Welcome everybody. My name is Mary, and I feel like saying I'm going to be your Leah Sophia advisor for this evening. Happy May.
This is our tradition to honor our newest unit leader, and I'm excited because last meeting we got to decorate the chair for Susie, who is our from my team, who promoted, and now I get to congratulate Donna, who I am so proud of. Donna Travaglio. She has worked hard, long to get here.
Amen. So your present's wrapped, Donna. What do you think it is?
Yeah, it's a horse.
A new car.
So, it's a plain old kit. You can put it on the paper if you want, but then you'll make a lot of noise on going on.
Your chair is right in the center tonight, and it'll go here. And you have your chair.
And then, just have Donna do a stand, so you can see her
Let's see
unit.
Donna again.
And then, Julie is just sort of good job.
Okay, with that, we'll go straight into announcements. So we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. So, mark your calendars. For June, for our Glamarama next month, we're going to have 2 of them. Really? Yes, reason being, well here, let me give you the dates first. There's 5 weeks in June. So we're going to do one on Monday the 2nd. And then we're going to do another one on Monday the 30th. So mark your calendars. Reason being is that you all know the new catalog comes out in August. So July, we're going to have our new catalog kickoff. And I didn't want to do a meeting at the beginning of July and then a couple weeks later do a catalog kickoff. So I don't want you guys having to come out, several times in 1 month. So our catalog kickoff is going to be Thursday, July 24th. Thursday, July 24th is our catalog kickoff.
Last chance, first glance.
Last chance, first glance event. Yep. And I'll explain what that is. Stephanie, I was just letting everybody know, mark your calendars, because in June we're going to have 2 meetings, 2 Glamaramas, one on the 2nd and one on the 30th.
5 weeks.
Because there's 5 weeks. And then we're going to do our last chance, first glance event, July 24th. And all this information, pardon me, will be on Leah Sophia's group website. And it works out good for the last chance first glance event because our fiscal month end is the 25th. Okay, so nobody who's ever been to a last chance first glance, what you want to do is you want to invite everybody and anybody, past hostesses, past guests, friends, relatives, everybody you know. What's that?
Just ignore us back here.
the dates
Go.
in.
Oh, okay.
Just keep
Thank you. Well, thank you. So what we do is we invite them. We have the new line that's going to be coming out in August. So it's their first chance, and they're the first ones to get a look at the new line. And they also get a chance to purchase from what's retiring, because we should have the drop list probably the end of next month.
No, probably the end of this.
This month, the end of this month. Check Facebook. Somebody in Canada always posts it early, so it's generally the same. So keep an eye on Facebook. And so we invite them. They get to take advantage of July's sale, which is buy 1, get 2 at half. And then whatever's going on for the new catalog. And you get 2 parties out of it, ladies. You get 2 shows out of it. You get one for July and one for August. So this is for you. It's going to be $15 per advisor that is participating, that has guests coming. And your $15 helps out with the room. And we're going to raffle off probably about 100 pieces of jewelry, retired pieces of jewelry to everybody here.
Mary, what's
And an armoire. We're going to give away an armoire.
Sorry, what's the time?
6:30?
Yeah, is that good for you?
6:30?
6:30 to 8:30? I don't think it should go too late.
No, 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay. We can
Registration will start at 6.
Yeah, okay.
So 6:30 to 8:30. Okay?
And that's on what date again? Sorry.
Thursday, July 24th, which works out perfect because your fiscal month end is on the 25th. So you've got that weekend to get that show for July in. And then you'll be able to place your new order Monday after 10 a.m. for the new catalog. Okay. Okay, be sure to check the group website for our meeting dates, month-end dates. Fiscal May ends on Friday the 23rd. All orders need to be in by noon Central Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. our time on May 26th to count as a May show. Also, be sure to check Advisor Advantage for new online training. There's always really good training going on there. If you don't get a chance to listen to it or join in, you can always do one of their web classes, pre-recorded web classes. I always recommend everybody try one anyway because they are absolutely amazing, filled with great information. And be sure to check LS Read Group, check in, now and then for the most latest updated information. Ladies, also check your personal email. So we tell our hostesses to do, especially the ones that want to do evites, right? So, and we tell them, check your email. I know a lot of people don't look at their email, but I'm asking you guys to check your email because you get a lot of emails, a lot of information, great information from Leah Sophia. They send us findings each week with the latest information that's going on. The sales for the following month you're going to get in there, your facets. Be sure to read your facets. That's our monthly newsletter. Tons of information on there, tons. And your name could be in print on there, so you want to be checking to see if your name's in print. Because they give you a list of, what's that? Yours in print, yeah, you've been in print. A lot of people in here have been in print. So, and we like seeing our name in print, don't we? We do. But everything's online, and all this information is sent to you each week through email. Also check the group website for New Start training for Jewel School. May specials. Everybody see the new one now? What do you think of the new collection? Oh, it's awesome. Deb's got it up here, and I really want to thank Deb for bringing out her display tonight. And she did it on last minute notice, so thank you.
I made the boxes and everything.
Oh yeah, she grew the trees, cut the wood, she did all that stuff. She made fake leatherette, awesome job. Anyway, so in here for May, you see the two bracelets in there. The Wayfarer, is that how you say that?
Yes.
The Wayfarer bracelets. We have the necklaces in the catalog now. Rumor has it these bracelets are going to be in the new catalog.
I'm sure they are. That's the only reason.
Not always. Very possible. But here's a little something. If you have a hostess that's not taking advantage, because we can't sample them, if you have a hostess that's not taking advantage, I tried. The bracelets you can sample?
Oh no, I use the jewelry credit to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
couldn't
right.
sample them. If you have a hostess that's not taking advantage of her bonus items, which we just did, you can take advantage of it and get it yourself for $10. It actually allowed me to get both of them because we had a hostess that didn't take advantage of any of her bonus items. So I ordered both of them for $10. I really hope they're in the next catalog. Your hostesses can also get the symphony necklace for a penny. That is ridiculous. Offer to pay for it. Just tell her it's free, okay? Pay the penny. They like free. Now for your customers, we have, who's wearing this necklace? Yes, you've got it on. When they spend $80 or more, they can either get the Secret Admirer or the Wild Rose necklace for $5. And I'm really happy that they went back to jewelry.
Yes.
How many of you were sold a ton of those jewelry boxes? You did?
I sold one at least at every party.
That's awesome. You did too? But when I do the jewelry, they love the
Oh
jewelry.
yeah. People on Saturday, everybody bought enough jewelry
To get one of these. Yep, I think it's awesome. And then of course we're back to mix and match. So buy two, get 4 at half. Okay? So that's what's going on for our May special. I'm actually going to start using these new and nows. I was talking it with the group that was in here earlier. I'm going to use those for my invites now. I'm going to be sending those out as my invites. So every customer that you get a physical street address for is going to get a nice, very colorful pictures and knowing all the specials. It even talks about the hostess specials, which could help you get bookings when they come to your show. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Oh, this is exciting. All the new May advisors. Anybody who purchased their kit in fiscal May? Who's got their kit in fiscal May? Anybody? Did you get the whole new collection?
I haven't got it yet, but yes.
Plus you get a case.
And a case of catalogs. It's very exciting. What's that? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, so you get the whole new and now collection, of course, except for the 2 rings. And you get a case of catalogs for everyone that buys a kit in fiscal May. So that's exciting. Just to let you all know, I don't know if you guys know, but this is the last, what's that?
Gotta buy the starter kit plus.
The starter kit plus, $149 kit, correct. Thank you, Margie. This is the last month of our fiscal year. Just so you know, so next year we'll be having a New Year's party, okay? Yay! Okay, so for advisors and leaders, with $1,500 in sales, you are going to earn your privilege purchase. Now, your privilege purchase is 77% off each style from the new line coming out in the fall and the winter catalog in August. Okay? And we're going to be going over it a little bit. I think, they used to make us do that privilege purchase all at one time. I think we have probably till the end of August.
Right, we have a whole month, I think.
Whatever their time frame is to purchase your new line pieces with your privilege purchase. So that's exciting. You'll also be earning in your fall, winter emerald and diamond kits. So last month we earned the ruby kits. Emerald kit, it's $400 worth of jewelry for the new line. Every time I look, it looks like a mohawk. I keep looking over there, it looks like it's a mohawk, a pink mohawk. It's $400 value in jewelry for only $30. And to get the emerald kit, it's $2,000 in personal recognizable sales. Now to earn the diamond kit, it's $500 retail of jewelry for only $30. And you can purchase that with $2,500 in recognizable sales. And every new advisor from January, and that submitted a starter show by May 15th. So anybody who started in fiscal January up to May 15th, submitting the starter show by May 15th. And if you are attending conference, you are going to receive a $100 rebate for going. So it's only going to cost you $99 to go. But actually, you might be making money if you go because there's other ways to earn conference cash. So conference is June 20th through the 21st, through the 22nd, 20, 21, 22. And then there's a leaders meeting on Monday. So hope to see you leaders there. And Debbie Rokovich, who is our field vice president, everybody who's registered, and registration registration ends on the 15th, Dave?
Yeah.
Yes, registration ends on the 15th. So get registered. Conference is something you don't want to miss. I'm telling you, it is literally going to tell you, besides the free jewelry and the training and the parties, they roll out the red carpet for you. But Debbie Rokovich, who is our field vice president, anybody who is registered for conference by the 15th, when it closes, she's drawing 20 names, and you're going to get your conference money back from her. So whatever the conference registration fee is, she's going to give it back to you at conference. So the $100 that Leah Sophia is going to give you, the rebate, you can use that for drinking. Yes, because we do have nights. Ernie's not paying attention. He's on his computer. Okay. He's just up there with the camera when you're up here. And ladies, we leaders are investing in you as well. So, and we, like I said, we're making this retro back to January. For every qualified new start that you get between now and I think it's the first 2 weeks of June, is that what it is? We're going to give you $100. You're going to be making money off of us. You're going to go to conference for totally free. We're going to give you $100 in cash as well. But all of these incentives, you have to be at conference to get it, okay? Just want to let you know that. You must attend conference to collect. So maybe some of you would like to have lunch with Tori. Tori he's absolutely amazing. And although it may seem a little intimidating, oh my God, lunch with Tori, let me tell you, and tell me if you guys agree, he's probably more afraid of you than you are of him. Would you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get all flustered, but he loves to hug people. He is the most humble president.
Down to earth.
Yes, so down to earth. He's absolutely amazing. So to earn lunch with him, they're offering what's called their rock solid recruiting. So when you recruit one in April, one in May, and one in the first 2 weeks in June, you will get a special luncheon with Tori. And I know a lot of you are on track, so Keep it up. Also, Facebook team page. We have our Glam Squad Facebook team page. Whenever you bring on a new advisor after they've purchased their kit, or they're gonna purchase their kit, get them onto our Facebook page so they can start getting support, asking questions, and all that stuff right away. And speaking of Facebook, I just want to quickly mention, because a lot of you might belong to other Leah Sophia Facebook pages, like ideas or new advisors or things like that. I'm begging you, please, don't read into everything. Don't take everything so seriously. You've got people who are posting negative stuff on there. Just try to avoid that. And I'm gonna encourage you to come to the Glam Squad Facebook page first, pardon me, to ask your questions, because you've got some crazy off-the-wall people just ranting and raving. Okay, so these are new policies and enhancements on our website that are going to take effect in fiscal June. There's one thing that's called my order pad, which I'm really excited about, which Jen, you already kind of do anyway. What? Except now they're going to make an enhancement just for you, Jen. Yeah, whatever. I'm really, my order pad, this can truly be a paperless company for you. So what they're going to do is, you can bring either your laptop or your iPad or your tablet, whatever you want to your shows, and you can email your customers the receipts. You don't have to write it up. Doesn't that sound awesome?
Yeah.
Do we know if it's internet, I'm assuming it's internet-based, but do we
Yes.
know for sure if they're gonna make it app-based?
What do you
They
mean?
didn't say anything about apps. They said you
Oh,
had to have.
app-based.
They said you had to have certain kind of browsers.
Well, just because, have you guys ever, if you don't have Wi-Fi and you're gonna be at a customer's
I know.
house, it's kind of an awkward,
Yeah.
can I hack your?
Yeah, you gotta have their
Yeah.
password unless you have a hotspot.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Again, you don't have to do this.
Oh, I want to.
Some people are old school and like writing out those receipts, but I'm gonna get out of that habit soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty exciting, that we can truly make this a paperless company.
That's less stuff you have to carry around with you too.
What's that?
That's less stuff you have to carry around.
Oh yeah, no more customer tickets, no more hostess tickets, any of that stuff. You don't have to carry that stuff around with you. How about being able to do a supply order and a sample order all at the same time?
That is awesome.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah. We talk, they listen. This is awesome. I'm so excited about that. Did anybody get any information about online banking? Did you guys hear about that one?
Yeah, it says they're gonna take e-checks.
Yeah.
E-checks, that's exactly what we're going to do. Leah Sophia is going to do that. And what they suggest that you keep checking your email for the details. But basically what they can do is log in, put in their account information, and it goes right to Leah Sophia. If somebody wants to pay by a check,
Nice.
it'll go right to Leah
You don't
Sophia.
have to take the checks anymore.
So you don't have to take the checks. Okay, so that could be a good thing. It's a good thing if maybe you have a debit card and you've got to rush and get their checks in your account before you can submit it if you're using your debit card to pay their balance. Okay, so it could be really good to just go ahead and do this online banking. Me personally, I like the checks written out to me, and I'm going to tell you, in 10 years I've been doing this, I have probably had 3 bounced checks. That's it. And one of them I didn't collect from. And we're not going to talk about that crazy lady. Anyway, yeah. Why I like the checks made out to me is because I use a credit card that earns me points. And I've been racking up so many points. So this is a decision that, you guys are going to have to, it's a business decision that you guys are going to have to make. But I think it's so exciting that they're giving us this option. Because there are advisors that don't accept checks, and now they will start accepting checks.
Well, all right, what I've started doing is I'll take checks from anybody that I meet at a party. But I say to the hostesses, I really don't want to take a check from someone I've never seen. So, but that lets they can do the outside.
They'll be able
orders
to
do
go right
online.
online, yeah. Your web orders and things
Yeah.
like that, they'll be able to pay by check that way too, yeah.
Or you don't have to go pick up a check afterwards because they got another order later.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is going to be a great option for some of you. In the next few weeks, you'll be receiving updates about a lot of these implements that are going on Advisor Advantage. They're going to give you dates on outages that we're going to have where the system's down, where they're doing maintenance as they do the upgrades. So be sure to be checking your emails for that. There's going to be tutorials. Be sure to do that too. Okay. be sure to look at this information that they're sending us, because if you're all calling us, we are gonna be swamped, because we've gotta learn it ourselves too. This is all new to us. We had no idea about this. So, and it was funny because, again, I saw it on a Facebook page, all of this information that we're gonna talk about tonight, and I'm like, okay, this is hearsay. I don't think I can mention this to anybody, and I talked to Andrea today, our zone leader. I said, Andrea, do I talk about this? She goes, "No, just tell them about my order pad. That'll excite them, that'll get them excited." And 10 minutes later, I got the email from Leah Sophia, so now we can talk about it. Anyway, active advisors, again, are going to be entitled to one style, like from the new catalog that's coming out, you are able to buy one. So if you're using your privilege purchase, you can't put two of one item in there. You can only get one for, you know, that catalog. But of course, if you're earning the gem kits, be sure to check what's in the gem kits. They'll be posting it soon, because I tell you, still now, I order something that always comes in those gem kits. I'm like, oh, I got a duplicate.
Well, you know
I could have
what,
gotten two.
I have two sets of Stanton earrings, because I ordered the Stanton earrings because they weren't in the gem kits, but they came in the gem kits.
They substituted it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
Excellent.
And here's another cool thing, is that we'll be able to, we don't have to use our privilege purchase all at one time.
Yeah.
So they're gonna give us a longer amount of time to do it. We used to have to do it all at once, and now we don't. So, what else? Oh, once an advisor agreement is submitted and that kit is ordered, that new advisor has 28 days to submit that show. Usually, nothing would happen if it wasn't submitted in 28 days, but it's going to have to be submitted within 28 days. What was going to happen if they didn't? They wouldn't be able to submit anything?
No starter show. In other words, you're not gonna get that personally. I read it.
It says
You don't get it as a recruit.
It says
Right.
after
As a recruit.
28 days, the starter party order option will no longer be.
Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit lower. But here's the cool thing. Once you order that kit, they're going to be able to do a direct sale. So I'm thinking they can, and I'm thinking they can order supplies, which we
They
weren't
can
able
order
to do
supplies.
before.
They can't order hostess bonus items.
No.
Yeah, they can. That's
Yeah,
a
it says they can do a
It
direct
says direct
sale.
sale, but then later on it says that they can't order hostess bonus items until they.
Oh, to $250 in sales.
Yeah.
To submit a show.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so got that. Doug, tell me to throw something at me when you, is there stuff you wanted to talk about?
Well, just, if you're booking shows pretty soon for June, and you've been really generous with your extra hostess benefits,
Don't.
they're capping at $50, and they will no longer take the 70%. They charge us 60% of what we give the overage. Now, I don't think a lot of us are doing that because our benefits are so magnificent anyway, but I know I have had hot dates where I'll offer an extra $100. I'm not doing that anymore. And I can understand why, because I think some people in the business, and this is true with life, some people were really, really stretching it and giving so much credit to the hostess that wasn't really earned. And then you have to remember, Leah Sophia is guaranteeing this jewelry that wasn't earned and wasn't really paid for except through Leah Sophia. So they just feel that we need to bank more on the generous benefits that our hostesses get anyway. Now, we can give a little retired jewelry or whatever we want, but.
Yeah, Deb, I have a question about, and I understand it, I don't have a problem with it, but I have a question about do you guys have any ideas, and I know you just learned
Yes.
this, about how to book dates really close in
Yes.
without that money?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, first, number one, you can offer some of your more expensive retired
That's what I was
pieces.
thinking, yeah.
Number one. Number two, I don't know if some of you remember, we had these bling cards, say $100.
Oh, yeah.
Don't mention spree. Just say, here's a $100 bling card you can redeem at your party. You can have them pick one item, any one item, up to $100, and trade in that bling card for it. Okay? Do it as a direct sale. This way, it's only going to cost you $15 versus whatever, it would wind up costing $80 if you actually gave them an
No,
extra
but
$100.
we're also limiting the.
Okay, so yeah, when you order thank you gifts for your hostesses who book, you're gonna have to start supplying a name and a date, okay? And what they're really, really focusing on is, and it happens every time a new catalog comes out, there was a time when I started, and we were still Lady Remington, that we were allowed to purchase 8 thank you gifts in one order, 8 of them. 8 of them. Every time a new catalog came out, there were a lot of advisors placing like 8 different orders for 8 items in each order. So you knew they were sampling them for themselves. They didn't have all these shows, they didn't have all these hostesses. And Leah Sophia, you know, like Deb mentioned, we are very, very generous with our hostess package. In fact, probably one of the best in the industry. And I don't want to, you know, knock what anybody else does, because a lot of us have great hostess benefits, but I do believe Leah Sophia's are one of the best. And then the advisors taking advantage. If they constantly take advantage, they're going to take that away from us. Okay? It's going to be taken away. So that's when they backed it down to 2. You can only order 2 per order. Okay? So it makes sense that they did this, and you still got to pay your shipping for each one. So they did see a decline in abusing the system. So I understand what they're doing. I don't want this taken away. Not to say that, like for going to jewel school and shadowing, that, you know, we give you guys a piece of jewelry and this is how we get them, through a direct sale. So, you know, if you, Tina and Tanya, Tina and Tan, if you guys, you know, finish jewel school, finish your shadowing, I can put in any name I want with any date I want. So don't let that go, oh, look what they're doing now, or that's nothing. You guys have imaginations, and that's all I'm saying. I'm just asking to not take advantage. In fact, who was it that called customer service and said, oh yeah, you can order once a week for yourself? Stephanie. I don't know what they're thinking at customer service. They shouldn't have said that. That was wrong. But not to say that almost every advisor will hostess bonus something for herself. Okay? I'm just asking you got this on tape. This is not good. I'm just asking you to not abuse it. Okay? That's all I'm asking you. Don't abuse it.
Well, and if they see an advisor keeps having these direct orders, but they never submit shows, they'll go to the advisor's leader and say, what's going on?
And I'll say, I don't know her. I don't know who you're talking about.
You know,
Must
because
have been a
we see
kidnapper.
every direct order that is submitted on our team. We
Right.
see everything that is done downline.
We'll call you first.
Yeah,
because we'll see it
oh,
first.
man, that's awesome. You must have a lot of shows on your calendar.
Can't wait to see them all.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
we'll
just-
get the dates too now.
Yeah, so that's just something to keep in mind. And
Yeah.
then I guess the other thing they're doing is they're changing the system, so I have a feeling that they are gonna be changing the special every month, where it's not gonna be 2 and 4. It's
Well,
gonna be.
I think they're gonna go back to, you know, bracelets.
They're gonna force us to do that.
Well, I think it
necklaces.
actually says that too.
Yeah,
does
that's
say
the thing,
that.
like
In
right
a roundabout
now,
way.
even though it's bracelets or necklaces, we can still put in anything we want.
The computer will accept
I think
it.
that's all gonna change. So when it says necklaces for this month, we are gonna have to promote the necklaces. And not that it's a bad thing. Like I said, I understand why they do it. It kind of creates a sense of urgency for them. Oh God, I have 3 necklaces. I better get these 3 necklaces. And I told you guys before, I'm just a rebel and I am always going against the grain. And I'll let them get whatever the hell they want to get. I'm not telling them they have to get necklaces, but that's me.
Hey, Mary.
But yes.
On the bottom here, it does say, only
Yeah.
monthly promotions
Right.
offered by the home office will be recognized and allowed for
Yeah.
promotion.
Yeah,
moving forward.
right.
That's what it
Yeah,
says.
so we're gonna have to stick to the program now. So, and stay on
It
the
just
up and
gets
up.
confusing.
Well, it won't be, because the computer will be set up for it, which is nice, because it's.
You mean
I'm not
explaining
suggesting-
it?
It's explaining it. I'm not
Here,
suggesting putting them
here we
in.
go. So, and again, this is when we were Lady Remington, and the only thing we had, and Connie, you were probably with us then,
Well,
and Deb, you
even
might have
like,
been with
well,
us
not
then.
Lady Remington, but even when I started.
It used to be pick 3, that was it. Get 2 items, get your 3rd most expensive at half off. That was it. That's all we had. We didn't have buy 2, get 4 and a half. They started that 2 years ago. At conference, they announced it. So that's what we would do. It would be buy 2, get your 3rd at half off. But it was so much easier. What's that?
And then you could add.
Yeah, but it was so much easier to say, ladies, pick 3 items. When you pick 3 items, your most expensive is half.
Right.
That's our customer save plan, and that's what we're famous for. And when you use our customer save plan, pick 2, get your third at half off, you can then get an additional 3 necklaces at half off.
Yeah, okay.
Does that sound easy? Yeah.
They don't understand it the way it is though.
I know they don't. You have to explain it again when they come up. And that's why you have to kind of sprinkle that out, you know, during your presentation. Things have to be mentioned 3 or 4 times for it to soak in. Because sometimes they're on their phones, sometimes they're talking to the person next to them, sometimes there's kids running around and there's a distraction, sometimes there's a dog humping your leg and they're watching the dog.
Sometimes there's people.
Something I do is I write the special at the bottom of the wish list.
Write the special at the
Every
bottom of
month
the
I
wish
change
list.
it, so I write, and if there's something on top
Or
of
if
it,
you have the folders or whatever, the lap boards,
I don't have those. I
put your
make
new
my
and
own
now.
wish list.
Put your new and now in there.
Yeah.
Give a new and, put a new and now in your catalog.
Mary?
Yes.
At some point, can you show us what a lap board is and how to do it?
Those are the best.
Who uses lap boards in here?
Jen,
Okay, so we do have a few people that use lap boards.
I found it.
Basically, if you have a binder with a pocket in it
Yeah.
and you cut that part off,
Mhm.
you put a catalog in there, a wish list in there, or anything else you want to put, that's a lap board. And a pen, and you hand one of those to each customer.
Oh,
That's it. That's all a lap board
you
is.
just cut up.
No, you can buy them made that way, but
Oh,
I'm
you
just
can.
saying visually, that's what it looks
They'll
like.
sell them at conference.
You know what my mom did for me when I first came on, just because I was trying to budget? She went to the dollar store and she got those little dry erase boards, and then she covered it with the whatever contact paper, and then she used one of those clippies at the top, and that's my lap board. And so I put my order form, my wish list, and my special new and now, and I'm putting recruiting stuff at the bottom.
Yeah.
So, but
If you can take a
inexpensive way.
picture of it and post it
I'll
on
bring it.
Facebook.
I'll bring it.
Yeah, well, you
Okay.
can post it faster.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Mine's,
Jen,
mine's just, they're red, they're like a nylon plastic cover, and then there's a plastic pocket at the bottom, and then a little mini pocket on the side, so I stick a catalog in there. I bought them from Amanda and Cheryl,
Oh, okay.
but you can get them, I've seen them at Office Max, I've seen them at Staples,
They'll
but,
have them at conference too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and, I think even, you might find them, maybe Express Yourself Online might have them
Express
too.
yourself, my God. Oh, does anybody know, I think the marketplace is going away.
Yeah,
Just-
it sounds like
I think
it.
it's going away, just so you all know. The logo line store.
But mine, Margie, I stick a catalog, I have a wish list, I have the new and now, my business card's in the lower left-hand corner,
Okay.
and on the back, I slip in the 2 different kits.
Oh, okay.
That little flyer that they have that tells you what you get for one.
You know what else is something you put in there? A copy of one of your check
Paycheck
stubs.
stubs.
One of your paychecks.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So get some, whoa, she made that much? Okay. Okay, is that it? Was there anything about what we just talked about that anybody has any questions? No, we're all good? Okay, so we did email everybody that we wanted your concerns, your questions, your challenges, your successes. Yes.
Another thing, and they can now use 2 forms of payment for their orders.
Right.
Oh, on a customer?
Yeah,
Oh,
No, the hostess.
Oh, the
the
hostess.
hostess.
So if we have a co-hostess, they can
Yeah.
both pay for their stuff individually.
Sweet. Not that we couldn't create another
Right.
customer anyway,
But
but, okay, well, that's good to know. So for your hostesses, if you have co-hostesses, joint hostesses, they can each use a credit card. Awesome, awesome. And that'll work too for anybody, if you just need to use somebody's credit card and they're getting just a thank you.
And you can also keep their payment on file now.
No, your own payment.
Your
Just
own.
Your own payment.
Yes, you'll be able to keep your own
You don't have to
payment
enter
on
everything.
file, your own credit card on file. Okay, again, I can't stress enough, be sure to check your emails for updates that are coming and watch the tutorials.
Yeah, there's a cool
I'm
video.
really excited for all this stuff to roll out. What's that?
There's a really cool video. on
Is
that.
there? Yeah, there
Yeah.
is a video.
There is
I
a
didn't get
video.
time to watch it today. And I'm sure they'll be announcing it and showing us a lot of things at conference.
But it's really little, so you can't really see it. You can listen to it, but you can't
Yeah.
really see it.
Oh.
You can't blow it up, at least I couldn't.
Oh, well, okay, so, from Chicago asks, me too, woohoo!
That's why we're awesome.
She wants to know about how to get bookings outside of shows, and she wants to know about getting bookings on weeknights. Let's talk about the weeknights first. And I know it's kind of challenging, especially if you're at a show on a Saturday. It's like,
Right.
oh, I don't do shows on Saturdays. Okay?
Right.
So that's kind of a pain in the ass right there. But here's a way to get out of that. Right now, school's getting out and telling them you're taking weekends off for the summer. So during your presentation, there is nothing wrong with stating the days you work. Oh my God, I love being my own boss. I love that I get to schedule my shows Monday through Friday. I get the weekends off. It's awesome. And right there, they already know you do not work weekends. If you happen to be there on a weekend and just say, oh, I'm excited. This is my last Saturday that I'm working. And I'll now be working Monday through Friday. I'm taking the weekends off with all my kids' activities over the summer. Okay? So, now, if they're coming up to book and they still say, I really want a weekend. Okay, that's great. I can give you a weekend. But first of all, what I do is I have, who uses these next available date sheets at their shows? Don't put weekends on it, number one. And number two, say, I can book a weekend for you, but for my hostess to get credit, these are the dates I have available. Okay? If they're still insisting on a weekend, just say, you know what? If you have to have a weekend, I can definitely book a weekend. You pick it. You've got this one, or this one. You pick it. I'm going to have to send somebody else, though. You're not going to get me. They might not be as fun. And if they really like you, they booked because you were fun. And they're going to help their hostess. They're going to pick a weeknight that you want. Just tell them, I'll have to send somebody else. I think twice that I've done that, somebody said, okay, and my heart was broken. Really? You don't want me? Really? You're missing out. You're lost. Okay, so that's how you would get bookings on weeknights. Yes.
One thing I tell hostesses too is that they don't realize how much they're competing with on the weekends.
Exactly.
Because there are so many things going on the weekend, they're going to get a better turnout during the week because families have commitments, they've got things they do with their kids.
Especially over the
They've
summer.
got, right, and it's a lot harder to get people there on a weekend. I suggest Thursday or Friday. Friday's the end of the week, everybody's ready to party, they don't have to work the next day. That's a great time to have a show, so if they want a weekend, I suggest a Friday.
Yeah, and I would just let know, weekends are really a hit or miss. If you're at a party on a weekend, and there's like 3 people there, and say, this is how the weekend usually, people plan things for the weekends. Especially now in the summer, they're all going up north, so to escape the heat.
That's a good point.
Okay, so there's lots of good things to come up with weekends. Okay, so how many else of you want to know? Does that sound right? How many else of you? How many of you would also like to know how to get more bookings outside of your shows? Okay, good. First, you guys, I don't sugarcoat stuff. Okay, just putting it out there. Getting a booking outside of a show is a lot harder than a lot of people will lead you to believe. Just want to let you know that right now. But here's the thing. You can carry on a conversation with anybody you meet. My daughters would get so embarrassed to come to the store when I go to Target. Mom, you talk to everybody. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. You can find any way to strike up a conversation with somebody. Just, if you're at Target, they got a cute purse or a cute top, and they're, oh my God, that's adorable, where did you find that? Even though you hate it, just compliment them anyway. Oh my God, that's awesome! Strike up a conversation with them.
You said you liked my purse.
We weren't at Target.
Oh, Mary, you're in trouble.
No, if I say I like your purse, I like your purse.
But you just said it when you don't mean it.
Huh?
Huh?
I said, you guys, even if you don't mean it. Like, that is something I would never wear, but it looked great on you. There's always ways to strike up a conversation. Maybe a piece of jewelry that somebody's wearing, and that's where your sweet spot is going to be, to compliment them on their jewelry. If you see them wearing jewelry, I don't care if it's a little pair of studded earrings. Oh my God, those are so cute. You strike up a conversation with them, and then let them know what you do. Say, oh my God, I sell jewelry. Are you a big jewelry fan? If they say no, say, okay, later, and just walk away. But no, you can still get them to book a party. Do you like parties? Your friends like parties? Because we have an amazing show with you and your friends. It's not just us, blah, blah, blah. We have a lot of fun. But you want to go into your 30-second commercial. You want to have catalogs with you. 30-second commercial. Do not get diarrhea of the mouth and go on for hours and hours and hours. 30-second commercial. So here's the thing, and this is where a lot of girls lose it. They don't get information from that person. You're more than happy to hand out your stuff to everybody and anybody. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your money on catalogs and cards, and you've got to get their information too. So a great way to get their information, even if it's a server at a restaurant, your server is the best person to talk to. What was that one thing that we were, acknowledge them. Tell them, my God, you are so great with people. Tell me something you really love about your job. Get them to talk about it. If you ask them, tell me something you love about serving, they're not going to think of one thing. They don't like their job. Is anybody a server that absolutely loves serving? You love it? You're a rare breed, girl. It's awesome. Okay. I am so happy for you. I am, truly. I always say do what you love what you do. But chances are, they're not going to come up with something that, okay, and just, say, God, I just met somebody just like you. She's looking to get out of serving, and we just signed her up as an advisor. Have you ever heard of Leah Sophia? So no matter what it is, where you are, or who you're talking to, strike up a conversation. Then you want to switch information. Do me a favor. I want to give you this catalog. I'm kind of new here, and I'm trying to get my business going. I would love your information, because I want to email you or give you a call in a couple days after you've looked through this. I really value your opinion on what you think our line is like, okay? That way you guys can switch information. They're more comfortable, telling them, I would really love your opinion. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, does anybody else have any good ideas on getting bookings outside of shows? Anybody up here?
The drawing slips.
Drawing slips.
Instead of handing out a business card, hand out a drawing slip and say, I do a monthly drawing at the end of every month.
If somebody, where are your expensive pieces out? Anybody who compliments you on it? Have them fill out a drawing slip.
That way you have their information. And then, of course, everybody wins the drawing. Even if it's just $5 off an order or $10 off an order, they win something. And then that gives you a reason to call that person back. So
Yeah, I mean, like for the first prize, it's just like doing an expo and doing a drawing at an expo. For the first prize, they get a piece of retired jewelry. Just say, I do a drawing every month, and I give away a retired piece of jewelry. And give away that retired piece of jewelry, and then you can call everybody else and say, oh, we did a secondary drawing, and you were one of our winners. I'm so excited. Can't wait to tell you what you won. My number is blah, 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 and hang up. If you tell them they want a drawing, chances are they're going to call you back. Okay? But if you get them on the phone, just tell them, oh, yeah, you get to go through my treasure box when I come to your party, or, you get an extra, anything up to $100 extra at your party for free when we close, any one item up to $100 for free when we close your show. Yes. Be very specific on how you word this now. Okay? Okay. Does anybody else have any good ideas on how to get bookings outside of shows? And there is a web class for that. Have you listened to it? Who has something awesome that's really working for them at shows to get booking? Margie?
Jen's envelope dice game.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Jen's envelope dice game. And just to let you know, if you don't know about this envelope dice game, when I call your number tonight, there are envelopes made up for you. If you pick that, I put them up there last time, nobody took them. If you pick that, I want you to email me so I can send you the verbiage, okay?
But you know what? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What I found is that you have to start with, on your website, it starts with you can pass, you can play, or you can take the deal.
Mm-hmm.
It works better if you say you can take the deal, and you get the grand prize, you get the big prize, and you get a party. Or if you're, it works better.
Okay, it
to
all
go-
depends on your verbiage. You gotta
Yeah.
tweak it to make it your own. Did you wanna add something, Jen?
I've been doing this for a while now, and on last Saturday, I got 5 bookings.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One
I had 6 people, got 4 bookings, 5 people.
I always say, you know what, give it a try. If you're not getting the bookings that you want to get, first of all, number one, you have to have a booking game. That's a must. You have to. And you also have to stress that to help out your hostess so she can double her jewelry credit, we need 2 people to help her out. You have to make sure you're mentioning that. You can play multiple booking games. So I may do, deal or no deal, or I may do the dice game, but I'll incorporate, when you book your show, you can go through my treasure box and take a piece home with you today. That is a game too. So you can do multiple.
Situation she was just telling him.
So tell me, what's going on?
Okay, well, I had that happen at my last couple parties. And, I always say I'm non-refundable, so if you get the me, I'm definitely gonna come do a party for you. Well, I had this lady, and she.
Can everybody
opened
hear
it.
her?
She opened it, and she was like, in front of everyone, there was probably 17 people at this party, and she's like, oh, I do not want to have a party. I want to give it back. And I was like, I'm not refundable. And everyone kind of sided with me. They were like, you opened it.
Right.
You said you were going to open it. Well, she tried to weasel out of it a couple times, just giving me excuse after excuse. And I just kept staying very positive. And everything, I would come back with something positive. And she ended up having the show. And it was a fabulous show. And then she thanked me.
I'd be like, yes, you want to have it? We're going to have so much fun. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So what kind of excuses or objections was
Oh
she
my gosh,
giving you?
well, the lady on Sunday, which it was a high-rise condo on Camelback, she tried to weasel out of it. She said that her condominium HOA would not allow home parties.
So don't have it at
And
your home,
I
you can have it
said-
somewhere else.
Well, first she said, well, we can't do it in the meeting room because it's not allowed. Okay, we'll do it in your home. Is your home big enough? Oh, yes. Well, let's do it there. Oh, it's not allowed. It's in the HOA. And I said,
You can't have it
I do not believe that. I said, what you do in your own private home behind closed doors is nobody's business.
You're so cool.
And your HOA cannot tell you a party with some girlfriends at your house. So I said, you've never had people come to your home? Well, yes. Okay, well then why would you not do
Be able to
this?
do this, yeah.
Oh, so it was just excuse after
Okay.
excuse. But she had an $800 show on Sunday, and she thanks me over and over and over.
See?
I did not know I was going to get this much jewelry. I did not know it was going to be this much fun. I got to see people I haven't seen in years that came.
And these are great
And-
things you can talk about because, they say a picture paints 1,000 words. Okay, so these are things you want to talk about. You want to have them visualizing. So when you're talking, when you're stacking and talking about getting bookings and whatnot, imagine, seeing people you haven't seen in a long time. This is such a great reason just to get the girls together. So give them a reason to book besides helping out the hostess. And we talk about this at Jewel School. Remember, the #1 reason they're going to book, who knows?
Help their friends.
Because of the fun. They had fun while being educated. #2,
Friends.
the
Free
free stuff.
jewelry.
#2 is the free stuff. #3, help a friend. Exactly. Those are the 3 reasons people are going to book shows. Bless you. So always remember that. Always remember that. Okay, did anybody else have any questions or concerns or challenges that they want help with? You guys,
Now's
use
the
and abuse
time,
us. Now's the
ladies.
time. Bless you.
Are your
It's going
shows
around.
holding? Are you having bookings and they're holding? Or are you finding,
Are people
anything going
canceling on you? Or are people not getting in touch with you? I know
Get
it's-
to people, they'll give you the email, and you can't get them, they don't want to do the address thing. Okay,
Okay, so
you
getting
cover that.
addresses,
Well,
right?
getting that, or they'll only give the email, they won't give you the phone numbers of their friends.
How about just, I don't want phone numbers, but how about,
To
did you
text
ever,
them.
did you ever send them the hostess connection, they just put 10 names up there and that's it?
Yeah.
I'm like, really? How do you want me to contact these people?
But you don't want to text them.
Yeah, you don't want to text
You
No,
want the
I have them
hostess-
text.
Okay.
Because they don't know
Otherwise,
who
it gets
you are.
confusing. Yeah.
So you send that text to your
It's available on
hostess
Android now.
and let her forward to her friends.
Okay.
Right.
Does
Jen, you wanted to
anybody
talk about?
know about Red Stamp?
Oh, yeah.
Red Stamp's an app. It's now available on Android as well.
Yay!
So just go to Red Stamp, and basically they're invitations. And what I do is 2 weeks, well, When somebody books with me, I will send them a red stamp invitation, and I can show you what mine look like. But basically, let's say they book with me and their party isn't for 3 weeks or a month from the time they book. I send them a red stamp, save the date. So I text it to them, and then they can text it to all of their friends. 2 weeks prior to their party, I send them a "you are invited" text via red stamp. And it basically says, "you are invited," and it says, Leah Sophia jewelry party, it's their name, the date and time, RSVP. And
Can't you even put a picture of that hostess?
Yeah, I'll
in
show
there?
you what I do.
You can take a picture of your hostess and incorporate that into the invite, so when she
And it's-
texts it out to everybody, the hostess's picture is
It's
right
gonna be
there.
hard to see, but
And this is somebody who's having $1,000 plus shows.
you can't really see, but I just have a picture of the new catalog on the cover. And it says on here, "you are invited," and it's the date and time, Leah Sophia Jewelry Party, RSVP to whoever the hostess is and her phone number. I text this to my hostess, she can blast this out to everybody in her phone contacts as a text.
It's an app. It's called redstamp.com.
Red Stamp.
And if you are not,
And how do you get that picture in that?
Take a picture.
take a picture of the catalog and then you can add it from your gallery into the,
Okay.
yeah.
This is awesome, because I have a lot of girls, I've been struggling with emails or mailing addresses. So I tell them, if you are going to give me names, I am going to assume you are handling the invitations. Okay, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a lot of, "I don't email everybody, I don't have email." Okay,
People don't
fine.
even check their email.
People don't check their
anyway.
email anymore, I text.
And it goes into spam anyway?
So I decided that I was gonna do this, and this has been working for me. So they then handle the invitations, and it's been working. I have parties that have 8, 10, 12, 15 people that are coming to it, and they're not giving me emails or mailing addresses for me to
And this
send
is
out.
also somebody who just got on Facebook, so it's not like she's creating all these Facebook events. And keep something in mind.
Loser!
For those of you who don't know, she's a homicide detective, so she tries to keep her identity kind of a secret. She's kind of a big deal.
11 months, and I'm done.
Woohoo! Another year. She's retiring. So if you are doing Facebook events for your hostesses, something to keep in mind, let them know this is not a way to invite people, although they could get a lot of people, there through Facebook. This is just a way to promote it, and that's the way you want to let them know. And another thing, in talking with Andrea, and we talked about it with our group when you guys were all out, but we've always been, kind of, what do I want to say? I don't want to say brainwashed, but 30 or more, over invite, and they kind of look at you like a deer in headlights, right? I don't even know 30 people, because a lot of people here in Arizona, which the rest of the United States doesn't understand, that there are so many new people here from all over, and literally they don't know a lot of people.
I always tell
So-
people to over-invite. It's like a wedding. A third of the people you invite are going to show up.
Yeah.
And it's
Just if you can give me 10 to 12 good names, and again, I'm bringing my new and nows to show everybody who books a show that, because I have a text that I will send each hostess, and it's a text message that they can send out to everybody they want to invite, asking for their physical street address, so they can send them an invite. And then that way she'll get me their addresses. But they just give me 10 to 12 good names, and I show them the new and now, and this is what they're going to get. Every address you give me, I'm going to send them this for you. And they've got all the information's on there. So,
Jen, when you do the red stamp, does so when you text it, it sends them a link to the invite, right?
No, basically what it is, I create it, and then there's an option to send it. And you send it like a text message, like a picture text.
Okay.
And so I send it, and then I follow it up with a written text that says, "Hey, I just sent you this so you can blast this out."
So then
to
they
your
could
friends."
just-
I do it the opposite. I said, I'm going to be sending you your
Or
invite.
vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's just an image, pretty
an
much.
image.
So then they can just
It's
text
an
the
invite,
image.
and then
Okay.
they can forward that to
Okay.
anybody they want
I just didn't know if
to.
it was a link.
And
or
I can
Linda,
show
yeah.
you closer.
Okay.
Linda.
Can you put like the monthly specials in that, or is it smaller?
It's small. I mean, there's really only like 4 or 5 lines. I mean, you can word it any way you want to, but I'm just trying to think of a way to get them to invite people, because a lot of times.
I wouldn't worry about that
Yeah.
part. But that's why I like the new and nows.
I personally don't think people come to the party for those specials. They come because they want to party, they want to hang out with their girlfriends.
And play with
Right,
jewelry.
And play with jewelry.
If there's room, I say, party crashers, welcome, bring your friends. or
Right.
your friends.
And I always encourage them to bring friends.
Okay. Any other questions, concerns? Anything else besides that we heard from Margie that's working?
Mary, I'm just kind of curious how people handle a situation with lots of children running around, crying babies. I've had an abundance of that lately with, screaming babies where the mother doesn't leave the room, kids running back and forth and playing.
Does anybody have any suggestions for that? Because I feel like there's not
Just
a
keep
whole lot
talking.
we can do. That's what I do. I just carry on. And I've seen
Sure.
Deb do it with adults. She had a party of like 15 and the girls are, and she just goes on.
There were teenagers that showed up late, and I said, oh, and so they're taking the kids in the back room, right? And, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Good.
But they really, I don't think they had clued into the mom, that the little kids running around, talking to grandma, having a wonderful time out.
I just keep going
And
on.
I
get
bet she
louder
did,
and louder. As they
yes.
get louder, I get louder.
But my presentation gets shorter and shorter.
Oh, no, if I've got the adults, like the situation that Deb had, where the adults, they're on their phones or they're talking, either I'll, jokingly say, I think we're gonna have to split you two up, or if it's like just totally, crazy and out of control, I just start looking around, and somebody will ask me, did you lose something? And I'll say, yeah, I lost control. I need to get it back.
Cute.
Something that
It's just a nice bitchy way of.
in the very beginning of my presentations, 9 times out of 10, I'll tell them, ladies, I understand we live in a world of technology and you are tied to your cell phone, so if you have to take a call, whatever the situation is, a text, first put your phones on vibrate, and if you need to take the call, please go in another room. And they understand that. So
Yeah,
they're
I
not
just think it's
talking.
extremely rude
It
when
is
they're
rude.
answering and talking about,
Yep, I've stopped.
yeah. So do I. I'll say, hold please.
I'm like, hang on.
Do. It starts singing
Yep.
the Jeopardy song.
She had a good one. She just did a quick raffle. She said, oh, it's about time we're going to have another raffle.
Oh, that's a good. That'll shut
And
everyone
then-
up.
And everybody got really quiet.
How about a quick raffle? That'll shut everybody up.
You know what? I've had a couple shows that had small children, and both times I have a small child, so for me it just comes a little bit naturally.
Right.
But I include them and the children, and I have them like take a piece of jewelry and show it to their parents. And I kid you not, there was 2 different customers at one show where they had said at first, I'm just here for the ride. I'm not really going to purchase anything.
And
And
they
they end
do.
up being the top buyers.
Yeah.
Because their kids are encouraging them. They like the fact that you are engaging with their children. You're not annoyed by them.
Yeah.
As frustrating as they can be, you can use
It's
them to
different
your
if they're not
advantage.
running around and going
I
crazy.
think
And
it's
No,
I
they
so-
were. They were.
I so agree with you, and I actually
They were.
enjoy when I've got little girls at my shows, because being vertically challenged, I don't use a model, because I gotta like jump over them to get the necklaces and stuff on them, so I don't use a model. So when I do have these younger little girls at my shows, I use them as my models, and they do appreciate it.
And it makes
Parents.
them refocus their energy too.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
they're excited and
But
then.
screaming and the kids don't cry, I get louder. I said, I can scream louder than that kid, watch me.
I had 4 women get up and leave the room in the middle of my presentation.
That's just rude.
So
There's
rude.
nothing you can do. There's
I
just,
stopped and I went, got them, and I said, ladies, we're waiting for you to come back so we can continue.
No.
I had ladies not come back, so, not that that happens often, but,